I'm so thankful to God that this exists. It's hard to come here and not hug everybody and say thank you for what you do, because it's made a tremendous difference in our son. My name is Michelle, and I have a 5-year-old son named Lucas, and we are from Michigan, from the United States, and so happy that we found out about Panama Stem Cell Institute and that it has been a tremendous blessing, and really happy to share our story. So our journey with this has been, I would say, quite extensive. The school started noticing some differences. So we received a diagnosis, level 2, moderate autism at the age of 2. And obviously it was very hard to accept, and at that point we started learning. We enrolled him into an ABA center that also did speech and occupational, and really started down that journey, and also with holistic and alternative doctors, just really trying to research and find the best way and the things that we could do to help our son. Some of the symptoms that were pretty concerning with our child was obviously communication. He was not verbal. He was very aggressive, very aggressive. He didn't play with things properly. In addition to that, we had some severe fine motor skills, so he could not dress himself. It was as if he lived in his own world. He didn't understand what we were saying, and it was just so heartbreaking when you're trying to talk to your child and you see just that blank stare in their eyes. And it's trying to figure out, how do I communicate to him? How do I, make him feel at ease or even understand? He was afraid of water and afraid of the rain. So if it was raining outside, it was, again, difficult to calm that because the understanding wasn't there as well to be able to explain, it's just water. It's the same thing as your bath, And then also echolalia, and very repetitive, a lot of stimming, just a lot of erratic movements, corner of the eye, all that kind of stuff. So I think that life for him was just very limited, and anything unexpected, anything that he had zero control. And so when he went into trying to get control, it could get pretty scary. We came across a parent who mentioned to us about the Panama Stem Cell Institute. And at that point, we joined a Facebook group online, and I read probably 6 months worth of people's stories and being able to talk to other parents who had done stem cells. Some of them, one in particular, I had asked her to name everything she's done with her child and put them in order of impact or the effectiveness of them. And some other parents jumped on board with that, and everyone that I saw, apart from a couple people, stem cell was the top thing. Some of them even sent me videos before and after of their children, and then also the first class setup that the Panama Stem Cell Institute offers. And then started doing a lot of research into Dr. Jordan, and we decided to take the leap. Earlier this year, and my son was 4 years old, at the end of January, to do our first round here at the Panama Stem Cell Institute. And boy, was it life-changing. More than I could expect. After our first treatment, we started to notice the difference on day 3 while we were here. I think there was so much that he was absorbing before that whatever was happening on the inside of his body, we started to learn all the things that he knew. So he was doing a lot of talking, and he was noticing a lot. And then 2 weeks after we got home, we were sitting on the couch, and my son went and picked up a softball, and he said, "Mom, let's play catch." And he threw it at me. Now he could always throw, but he couldn't catch. So I caught the ball, and so I lobbed it back at him, and he caught the ball. And he started jumping up and down and screaming, and my husband started jumping up and down, and then we got video, and we started FaceTiming our family, and We sent so many videos. We played catch for so long. The physical therapist called me and she said, I mean, he can do everything that I asked. His gross motor is perfectly fine. And she said, in fact, he's one of my better students. His special education teacher in specifics, she would send homework, but she would write on it, wow, this is amazing. We would get notes from the ABA therapy center saying the same thing. I think one of the best parts about this is that not too long after this, our son no longer qualified for special education. So we are actually in a neurotypical classroom with neurotypical children this year. The impact on my husband and I has been phenomenal. At the pool, we spent 3 hours talking to other parents and just watching him off in the distance. These are things we couldn't do. Putting his clothes out, saying get dressed, or go brush your teeth, or he's trying to brush his hair. He's made friends with children and been playing at the pool with children, talking to them, initiating contact with children. It just opened up dreams that I didn't realize I had let them die. We decided to come a second time because we were so blown away by the effectiveness that the first round had. But we actually had the same doctor for both visits. And I think when we came in and she remembered us, and I started asking questions and also observing our child, and we were telling her stories, showing her videos of things that he can do now that he wasn't able to do, and she started to cry, and the nurse as well. And I thought, as many patients as she has the ability to see, it was great to see that we weren't just a number, that she actually cared, and that it was touching. And to see other people that are celebrating with you that live in a completely different country was absolutely phenomenal. I don't think I've had as personal of an experience with our other doctors that I have here. I would say for anyone considering getting stem cell therapy, I would say do your research, pray about it. I think choosing a clinic like this one who has their research and that they control their donor systems themselves, I think it's worth it. And you're talking about the quality of life for a child. There isn't a price you can put on that. And my husband and I was so thankful we both quickly came to the agreement that whatever it took, we were willing to do to help our son have a good life, and to be here and to even come a second time and to even be able to share our story to help someone else who feels hopeless to say it can work and it's worth it, and don't give up on your child, keep going.